Hello there everyone and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. For today's video, we will be talking about some of the rare and limited edition Birkins and Kellys that Hermes ever produced, and these are bags that Hermes collectors aspire to own, regardless if these bags were released in the recent years, or were already considered vintage. But before we proceed, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell to stay updated for some future uploads. First on the list is the Kelly doll. This tiny and playful take to the classic Kelly bag was designed by Jean-Louis Dumas, and was first launched in 2000. It is distinguished by having eyes on the flap, mouth and feet on the body, and hands and arms as the straps. Originally named Kelly doll and was popularly known as the Kelly doll, perhaps because they sound similar, this limited edition design was only introduced in 8 different color combinations until Hermes discontinued these bags in 2005. Due to its high popular demand, these cute iterations were later reintroduced in 2008, in a new and more colorful leathers, patterns, and combinations, compared to the first release. Shortly in 2010, these were being discontinued again. Today, the Kelly doll can be obtained by select customers who are lucky enough to be offered a special order appointment, which is identified by having a horseshoe stamp beside the brand logo on the bag. Through this opportunity, customers get the freedom to pick the type and color of leather, to create their own version of the bag. Out of all these Kelly doll designs, it is the Kelly doll in alligator that has become one of the most sought-after Hermes bags in the world, and for its Spring-Summer 2022 collection, Hermes introduced the Kelly doll Picto, which is a reimagined Kelly doll that has a distinguishing pixel art aesthetic, and is made more fun and exciting as the Kelly doll Picto is now equipped with a backpack. In general, the Kelly doll mini bags have ranked at the top of the collecting market, alongside the likes of the Hermes Himalayan bags. Next is the Birkins and Kellys made in Buffalo Dalmatian leather. Buffalo leather came from the hides of water buffaloes, that is fairly soft and supple and is one of the most durable Hermes leathers. This leather is known for being remarkably malleable while also being durable, which means that it can withstand a variety of environments and activities that might damage the bag, and is even unlikely to get scratches and tears, and is also flame resistant due to its strong fibers. Hermes developed a dyeing process which they applied to the buffalo leather, and through this technique, they were able to dye the naturally pebbled leather twice in succession, with white and a contrasting color, creating a spotted look along the grain, similar to a Dalmatian dog. Buffalo Dalmatian bags do not have the brand stamp on its usual location at the front of the bag, and is moved inside to avoid disrupting the very attractive spotted pattern of the leather. Hermes produced their last Dalmatian bags in 2008, after slowly decreasing their quantity of the bags that they produced over the years. Today, these bags are highly sought after by collectors, who are looking for some truly unusual pieces. We also have this Ulysses series of Birkins and Kellys. The Ulysses H pattern is a callback to when Hermes made good use of this stylized geometric logo in the 1970s, and this pattern was actually woven into the canvas. The Kelly bags during this time interestingly did not have the shoulder strap yet, but even so, this bag screams collector's piece because of its iconic heritage design. This one is probably not a rare or a limited edition piece, but I just would love to add this on the list, because this type of structure has only been offered recently by the brand, just a few years ago, and has since created a huge interest among Hermes enthusiasts and collectors. For the longest time, it was only the Kelly bag that has 2 highly popular structures, namely the retourné, which is the more relaxed version, and the cellier, which is the structured version, until in 2014 when Hermes introduced the Birkin cellier. A few years later, Hermes began producing cellier Birkin bags, in which the public adored and wanted, and the brand has kept producing them since. Cellier Birkin bags are found in sizes 25, 30, and 35 centimeters, and in different types and colors of leathers, including box and Epsom leather, and is also the choice of Birkin structure to some other limited and highly sought-after pieces. Next is the Birkin cargo, which was inspired by military clothing and the ingenious result of the leather inlay work, combined with the canvas assembly that make it a very robust bag. It also bears some multiple outer pockets, which gave the classic Birkin bag a more casual look to it. In 2020, the Hermes Birkin Cargo was released, which embodies the main purpose of the original Birkin that centers on practicality. It was offered in the size 35, which is identifiable by having 5 outer pockets and a removable cup holder on the side, is the perfect weekender or travel bag for both men and women on the go, and even a perfect bag choice for daily use. This utilitarian Birkin Cargo has also been produced in the smaller size 25, but without the cup holder feature and less outer pockets. Both the sizes 25 and 35 are available in multiple colors and is among the most unique bags Hermes has ever produced, that it created a huge interest to collectors who wanted to get their hands on one. With that said, the prices of this Birkin on the secondary market has skyrocketed due to high demand. Some famous Filipina personalities who were spotted flexing their Birkin Cargos are Heart Evangelista with her Birkin Cargo 25 in Nata, Dr. Vicky Bello also with her Birkin Cargo 25 in Nata, and Jeanki Pacquiao with her Birkin Cargo 25 in Sesame, and another one in Nata. Also a new take to the classic Kelly is this one right here. This bag made its debut during the launch of the 2023 Spring-Summer collection, and as you can see, the usual handle was reimagined into a whip-stitch version, which is very interesting to look at. The rest of the bag retains the classic structure in celluloid and in smooth leather, that somehow created an interesting contrast to its playful handle. Next we have the Birkin Frey Frey, which was released in the summer of 2021, is an interpretation of the classic, that is made lighter with a version in toile H cotton canvas, which has the characteristic of being easily unraveled. The toile H canvas body extends all the way to the edges, which are sealed with a celluloid stitching, and accentuated with edges that is frayed by hand, which gives the bag an unmistakably relaxed and on-trend look. True to its function as a large tote, the Birkin Frey Frey is the ideal companion for summer excursions in a palette of bright and zesty shades. Unlined and topped off with Swift leather and palladium hardware, this exceptionally lightweight bag pushes the limits of what we thought Hermes could accomplish with a Birkin, that also adds to its desirability and make it as one of the must-have Hermes bags. We now also have the Harlequin bags. Created as a limited edition offering in 2012 until 2013, the Harlequin Birkins and Kellys have a stunning array of colors in 2 distinct colorways. One colorway features Sungin, Blue Lawn, Gold, Orange, Blue Hydra, and Eton, and the other colorway features Ultraviolet, Blue Lawn, Gold, Blue Obscure, Etupe and Eton. The colorways are designed to give a color block appearance that mimics the Harlequins of the Italian Commedia dell'arte, with splashes of bright colors that lend a stunningly unique look from every angle. It is quite hard to get an opportunity to be offered a special order appointment if you want to have your bag in 2 colors, let alone getting your hands on a tri-color Birkins and Kellys. So to own an Harlequin bag with 6 beautiful colors is an achievement for collectors. Heart Evangelista also owned a Birkin Harlequin 30, and you can watch her Hermes bag collection video, which will be linked above and at the end of this video as well. Also a limited edition offering is the Disorda Birkin and Kelly, which made its debut in 2022. The Kelly 20 and Disorda features a non-detachable shoulder strap, instead of its usual top handle and removable straps, and the front of the bag features an imbalanced flap that is secured with only one strap and twist lock that is designed at an angle. The back part of this Kelly is also interesting because it has an outer pocket with a flap, which is also fastened with a diagonally designed single strap and turn lock. The Hermes Birkin 30 and Disorda has an outer pocket on the front, and handles attached on the bag in an unequal level, and features only a 2/3 of the usual Birkin flap but has an asymmetrical aesthetic. The back of the bag has a diagonal slip-on pocket with a zipper closure. These Birkin and Kelly bags are such a creative reinterpretation that seemed like a shuffle of various design elements of the classics, at the same time created a unique and a more contemporary take to it. These limited edition edgy bags definitely created a sensation amongst Hermes collectors because of its rather unusual appearance that sets these bags from the Disorder series, apart from the rest in the collection. Next we have the Vinyl Kelly, which was first introduced in 1996 to provide for a smooth security check. This bag was a reaction to the devastating negative acts on public transport the year before, in which 8 lives were lost and 157 more were hurt. In response, the security in France was tightened, so a see-through bag would definitely be a huge help. This Vinyl Kelly comes in a see-through design, and it flaunts the exact shape and style as the others, like the top handle and a flap, and a gold-tone turn lock closure and some lettering all over the front side of the bag. The Vinyl Kelly was a trend-setting accessory, paving the way for other designers to launch their own versions of clear vinyl bags, which is a trend that continues to this day. This Hermes Kelly vinyl is actually a great starter piece because of its price, if you want to have an Hermes Kelly bag and has plans to eventually grow your collection. Plus this piece is a limited edition one, which makes this bag design a really great purchase. International singer Ariana Grande was seen carrying the same bag as a tribute to the Manchester casualties at her concert. She had her bag customized with the word sweetener at the back, which was a nod to her album. It would be very unlikely that you'll come across a Birkin having a shoulder strap unless it's a counterfeit, but in the early 1990s, Hermes actually produced these bags with shoulder straps in extremely low quantity, but was eventually discontinued as quickly as it was introduced. The shoulder straps were clasped into the tiny metal rings that were attached at the top of the flap, to have this Birkin be worn on your shoulders, something that the Birkin or any of its other reinterpretations ever had. This incredibly rare Birkin is a must-have for collectors. Next we have the Birkin Shadow that was designed by Jean-Paul Gaultier, during his years as the creative director of Hermes. The Birkin Shadow plays on optical illusion, which is a movement of artistic expression where the lines between perception and reality are blurred, and this idea was applied to the design of the Birkin bag. When viewed from a perpendicular angle, the illusion of relief is deliciously disconcerting. This Birkin design was first introduced only for the 2009 season and was discontinued, and then re-released by the Hermes in limited quantities a decade later. Aside from an all-leather version, Shadow Birkins also come in the leather and denim combination. So far, the Birkin Shadow was made in the sizes 25, 35, and 40. Dr. Vicky Bello owns a rare Birkin Shadow 25 in navy, as well as Heart Evangelista, who owns a Birkin Shadow 25 in Nata. Jean-Key Pacquiao got her Birkin Shadow in size 25 in color Nata as well. Next is the Birkin 3-in-1. In the fall of 2021, Hermes released their latest interpretation of the coveted Birkin bag. The new Birkin 3-in-1 initially made its debut last March 2021 during Paris Fashion Week, and this take of the classic Birkin features a detachable flat pochette with the Birkin's flap attached to it, so these can be worn as a tote, a pouch, or a tote and a pouch, which is ideal for individuals who does not always need to carry the Birkin the entire day, and will switch out into carrying a clutch for some quick errands and evening occasions. The main bag becomes an open tote without a flap, which might not be everyone's cup of tea. Nevertheless, this fresh take to the classic is very practical and on the go, because it is like getting 3 bags in one, and this Birkin 3-in-1 is definitely still a must-have for Hermes collectors because of its unusual functionalities. We also have the Kelly Tri-Material bags. In 2014, the world saw the debut of a highly elusive set of Kelly bags, and unfortunately, these bags weren't talked about that much. These Kellys were done in the Celebs structure and was called Tri-Material, because it had a coordinated combination of Swift leather on the flap and back panel, Clemens leather on the gussets and base panel, and ostrich on the front panel. These bags combine the casual and practical vibe, at the same time with the lush and luxurious very effortlessly. So far, 2 colorways has been reported, and one was done in Cobalt Ostrich, Turquoise Swift, and Col Vert Clemens leathers, and the other one was done in Vert Veronese Ostrich, Bamboo Swift, and taupe clemens leathers. Another limited offering are the bags made in crinoline. This material, called crinoline, is made from intricately woven horsehair and hemp, and just like canvas, is often used as a material in combination with Hermes leathers. Although discontinued and only available in the secondary market, these bags still charm the collectors because these are some of the bags that embodies the equestrian heritage of Hermes more than the others. There is a version of a Kelly in crinoline enhanced with horizontally threaded silver horsehair, which is a very rare model because the quantity of these bags produced by Hermes is lesser than the Himalayan bags. These intricate bags are truly a collector's treasure. We also have this design that is considered as one of the hottest bags to date, and it is the Faubourg Birkins. These extremely desirable pieces are also known as the House Birkin, due to its unique storefront design, inspired by the flagship store of Hermes, located at the 24 Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré, which is also the largest Hermes boutique in the world. In 2019, the brand released the first Faubourg Birkins called the Day and the Night, which captured the architectural essence of the iconic flagship. They were an instant hit with collectors, and continue to be among the most sought-after handbags on the market today. In 2021, two new versions of the Faubourg Birkins were released, called the Midnight, that is done in almost all black, featuring PVD hardware reminiscent of that used in the So Black series, and the Snow, which resembles the flagship store on winter season. These bags feature different types and colors of leathers, including alligator skin, Epsom, Swift, Madame, Sombrero, and Chev leather. The clochette is also reminiscent to that of the iconic orange Hermes paper bag, and is only exclusive to these bags. Collecting all four of these adorable editions is referred to as the Place de Faubourg or the Faubourg Square. In China, this group of bags is known as the Beijing Courtyard. The Faubourg series is among the most expensive Birkin bags on the secondary market due to rarity and demand, because these bags are produced only at a certainly few quantity. While the Himalaya Birkin is more well known since it has been in production since 2008 and comes in multiple sizes, the Faubourg bags are increasingly becoming a must-have, and are only available in size 20 and in the Celebs structure. Socialite and fashion icon Heart Evangelista recently acquired the elusive Birkin Faubourg Snow, which according to Sotheby's, the Snow version is the most expensive Birkin Faubourg to ever be sold in the secondary market via private sale in 2022, for almost a whopping $400,000. Which of these rare and limited edition Hermes bags sparked your interest? Let me know by leaving your comments down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for part 2 of this 3-part series. And until next time, bye bye.